Hey guys, it's Stephen here. Welcome back to 5 things that we learned from Manchester City's 4-1 FA Cup win over Swindon the other night. It was Friday night. I didn't do the video yesterday because I was too tired, to be honest. But today, I want to talk about 5 things that we took from that game because it was a very, very fun game of football. There's absolutely loads to take from that. Before I do that, though, I want to say, can we get to let's get a like target. I said 1,000 likes last time. We got to 1.1k. Let's see if we can get to 1,250. I've never done this before, but it's kind of fun seeing you guys chip in and help support the channel. So if you can do that, that'd be great. And also, I'm less than 200 subscribers off as well. No, less than 300 getting 60,000. So if you're watching this video right now, help me get to 60k. Press that subscribe button. Do it right now. Give you a second to do it. Done. It's done. If you haven't already done it, just do it right now. Anyway, also I'd like to say thank you to OneFootball for continuing to sponsor the channel. OneFootball is absolutely awesome with all the news, all the stats, information from across the world of football. You get your Manchester City goodness, of course. You get all the transfer gossip. You get your stats and all that kind of stuff. You can dive into, I don't know, Phil Foden's pass completion if you want to, all the successful tackles Ruben Diaz has made, all at the same time as well as keeping up to date with not just Manchester City, every other game of football, while also supporting my channel, which is massively appreciated. If you want to do that and join over 10 million people and get it for free, all you got to do is scan that QR code next to my face or head down to that description and give it a scan if you want to. Give it a scan right now. Not a scan, a click. Give the QR code a scan and give the description link a click. Go on football. Just do it. Just do it. Right. We're going to start with the only place that we really can start. I know I covered this a lot in the reaction, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Prem soon come. We have to go to the most Wivenshaw line ever muttered. By the way, I kind of made some t-shirts. If you want to check them out, go for it. You'll be able to find them. I'll put a link once again in the description. I made a Prem soon come one, which I thought would look really cool. That I ordered myself, and I also made some Rodri and Cancelo, Bernardo ones. Because I wanted to. I was bored yesterday morning. I did it. Go and check them out if you want to. I'll be wearing them soon when they turn up, but I thought the Prem soon come one was particularly good. Could not wait for that. But we got to talk about Cole Palmer, man. Cole Palmer is absolutely fantastic. I love that the confidence of that line. I'm going to talk about that line and what it means. Mainly, I love that he's just one of us. I love that we've got Phil Foden and him. The two of the most Manchester accent you'll ever hear in the team at the same time at the moment. Like, what did we do as Manchester City fans to deserve that? It's wonderful. We've got the best manager in the world, some of the best players in the world, and we're winning trophies constantly and playing some of the best football I've ever seen. And right now as well, we've got 2 proper Manc accents in the team as well, proper Manc lads who are City fans as well. Like, what more can you want from that as a City fan? Prem soon come, indeed, Cole Palmer, because he will get his chances in the Premier League. And I've got zero doubts personally that he will take those chances as well. You've only got to look at his talent and go watch the comps of his performance. I've watched it back a few times now, and you don't quite realise until you see it again just how good he was on the day. He was really good. He was one of our best players, potentially man of the match on the day. And the thing I'm really excited by is his game intelligence. Honestly, he understands when to hold the ball, when to release it, the little passes he makes behind the channels, the quality of his strikes, obviously his finishing, his touch is mesmeric, his dribbling ability. Yeah, you're right, Cole Palmer. The Premier League will be soon coming to you. He will be playing there regularly because he is that good. And once again, he's one of ours. I absolutely love it. The thing I want to talk about next is the Rodolfo Burrell Blues, or as Cole Palmer will say, Rodo. The Burrell Blues, man. I want to talk about this because it showed just how refined our system is. I also really liked Rodolfo's attitude prior to the game. No moaning whatsoever. Absolutely frank, bullish, determined, and he kind of just got on with it. And he was there, obviously, he didn't really have much of a say, I would guess, in general to the lineup or anything. But the focus that Manchester City had on this game and the professionalism, well, yeah, of course that was his job to make sure the players were there. I'm sure Pep was in the distance, right in everyone's ear as well. But Burrell's Blues, I guess the point I'm making is that we're such a finely tuned machine that Burrell could take over for a day. Brian Kidd could if he wanted to. Lilo could if he wanted to as well. And we'd probably be okay. Not for a long period of time maybe, but in general, if you've got the right kind of mentality there, you've got a good bunch of coaches, which City have, the transition will be seamless. And Burrell's Blues, man, I liked it. It was good fun. And by all accounts, he's a very well respected and good coach. Maybe he's another one he'll get a chance to coach somewhere else one day. And maybe he's another one he'll be fancied quite a little bit at Manchester City. Who knows? Maybe this guy as well, one day in the future, many years from now. I put Rodrigo because it's essentially a terrible pun based around Fernandinho and Rodri. I loved Rodri against Swindon, and I loved him because he took it so seriously, and I loved it because he really revelled the atmosphere. He really revelled the occasion. And I put the Fernandinho kind of compound in there because he also revelled in being a massive shithouse. Rodri's most cynical push. I know it's the kind of thing that will frustrate opposition fans, and if it was against City, I would hate him for it. But I absolutely love him for it at the same time. We've all got those kind of players in our sides, and we all love them for doing it. But I essentially loved his full-on evolution into peak cynical Fernandinho. Never change Rodri. Keep becoming more and more of that player, because it is fun, it is beautiful, and I do love it. Honestly, Rodri at the moment, he's playing in such great form. And I also love as well how he took the game so seriously. I mentioned it before. But what I mean by that is that you could tell he sort of reveled the physical battle against Swindon. Like, some players usually at the high end of football aren't really that arsed about going, to a lower league ground. But Rodri seemed to be in his element. That physical battle, them taking it right to you, up in your face and so on. And the fact that the away fans were really vocal as well. I think Rodri was like, this is good shit. I'm all for it. And that's the kind of attitude you want from Manchester City players, and it's what you want from senior players in general, senior established stars against lower league teams, because Rodri is a winner, and he's learning the dark arts, and he's absolutely up for a physical battle, and he's also elegant and graceful. Rodrigo, love him, absolutely love him. The fourth thing we learned is that the cup magic is actually a thing. It is a thing, and I really enjoyed that game. I never thought I'd enjoy a game on a Friday at 8 PM as much as I did the Swindon game. It was great fun, and it almost seems like it should be a rule, and I don't mean to be patronising, because City have been down there as well. That it's almost like you have to, they should be able to score. If some lower league team is playing a current established Premier League giant, I don't want to be patronising because I know where Swindon have come from. My first game ever was in the Premier League at Main Road against Swindon, so I know Swindon have been up there too. But it's almost like seeing those teams get the goal against the current giants or whatever, it's really good fun. And like seeing the Swindon fans absolutely go mad, and McCurdy legging it about with his goal. I mean, there was a magic to it. And it was a magic as well, in my opinion, of seeing all these quality players at the county ground. Like, this wasn't just a bunch of young players. Guardiola and Burrell and Man City took it really seriously, man. They gave the players De Bruyne, Gundogan, they gave them Cancelo, they gave them all these established stars, and that must be great for the Swindon fans, because they love who the club is. They don't need the Premier League to feel validated. I never would ever imply that, but every now and then it is nice to see a star or two at your football ground. And Swindon, because of the league they're in, don't get many superstars, and I'm sure the Swindon fans would have enjoyed it. And I love the respect from the Swindon players and Swindon's fans and the club in general, and I love that City put that respect back into it. The cup magic is there, and it's beautiful. It wasn't always there though for the next thing, for the youth players. I mean, next point I want to talk to is that some of this youth, they're going to have to wait, unfortunately. Cole Palmer obviously absolutely took his chances, and we did still see plenty of youth players get their chance. McAtee got a good 25 minutes. It wasn't his best game. It didn't really matter. But we also saw Mbete and Lavia and Keiki, not Kaiki, it's always Keiki, get on as well. And I was buzzing to see Keiki get on the pitch, and Mbete and Lavia and McAtee as well. And I wanted to see more and more of them. But I think it's really obvious that, unfortunately, life at Manchester City, Pep plays by his own set of rules. Most coaches would see this 2 weeks as a chance to give him a break and go, oh, we don't play until Chelsea for the first team next. But Guardiola's like, nope, we don't play enough. These players have to run. Rhythm is a thing. Keep them fit, focused and fresh. And unfortunately, the youth players, they may have to wait a little bit every now and then to get this chance. I mean, I think Cole Palmer, though, is a good reminder. Phil Foden is a good reminder that it is possible to get there with the right attitude. Just got to be a little bit lucky, of course. You've got to work hard. You've got to train hard. But it is possible. It just takes an awful lot of time. And that wait can be frustrating for the young players. And it can be frustrating as well for us as fans. I did want to see a lineup with McAtee and Kaiki and all that kind of stuff as well. But we didn't get it. But I guess Guardiola is so successful and he understands things in a way that we don't. Once again, how many coaches would do that? Did see 2 weeks as a chance to break, but he's like, no. And I would not be surprised as well if Guardiola looked at this game, a game away against a team that would kill to be where we are right now. Once again, no patronising meant. It's just true. Most people would. We're a very lucky team. And I wouldn't be surprised if Guardiola thought, away at Swindon at the county ground and a lower league team with a smaller, tighter, more atmospheric stadium. Yeah, send those players out there. Show them how lucky they are ahead of the Chelsea game. Not that these players are anything other than professional, but every now and then you do need a short, sharp reminder of where you've come from. And what more can do that than, I guess, a game in the FA Cup against Swindon Town in a League 2 side? I mean, this is a reminder. And I guess as well, in a way, the youth players would have had to watch those first team players taking this game incredibly seriously. And it would show them just how high the standards are at Manchester City, that people like Cancelo and Rodri and so on can turn up against Swindon and not look like they're on holiday. They can take it incredibly seriously because they are winners and they are professionals. And that weight may be frustrating, but it does send lessons. It sends lessons to the players. It's maybe a useful tool as well for Guardiola to get the players sharp. And it also, I guess, maybe shows us kind of essentially caution as fans that we have to be a little bit patient with this. But guys, they are 5 things that I took from this game. There was loads more talking points always. Do let me know down in the comments what you personally took from it. And don't forget as well, let's get to 1,250 likes. If we can do that, that would be massively appreciated. I'm like 250 odd subscribers. Get 60k. Big love to all the patrons. And of course, my Patreon producer, Scott Denemy. Big Denemy energy always. Go check out those teachers if you want to. I don't mind. Not asked if you like them or not. It's just a little bit of fun. For now, though, have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video in a bit.